So I was wondering how fast I get to goldfish people by just playing lands, and this is pretty good. Salutations, everyone! How are we doing today? My name is Pietro, and in this week's video, I am actually going to kick off our Wacky Wednesday, which is going to be a special kind of deck that I'm going to do every Wednesday on the channel, where I sent a message to my group chat of my LGS here, and I asked my buddies what kind of decks they would like to see. And then I posted a poll on my YouTube channel with 4 options because that's all that they would let me add at first. And the deck that won was actually Naya Landfall. And I knew it was probably going to win because it's a very spicy deck. And it was suggested by one of my old friends here called Mateus. And he used to play this deck a lot when he was around our LGS. And he played proper Naya. The list that he played, I actually have it here. Where is it? Here. This is the list that he's currently playing in his LGS right now, he said. So this is a true and proper Naya Landfall list. We are playing Wild Nakato and Steppe Links, a few Terramorphic Expanses and things of the like. But the main idea here is that you play a creature with Landfall that gets pumped by playing more lands. And then you play like a bunch of fetch lands, you crack them, you give your creatures a big boost. You have Adventuring Gear as an additional effect to do something like this. And of course, crop rotation, which is usually the nuts. If you are able to play a fetch land and play a crop rotation in the same turn, that's 4 triggers. If you have more than one creature, your opponent is likely just dead. But when I saw this list, I thought that it was a little bit all over the place. Trying to play a 3-color aggressive deck in Pauper is extremely hard, and then making it so your white is literally for just one creature, which, I'll grant you that, it's a really good effect. A 1-mana 0/1 that gets pumped like this, very good in an aggressive deck. But the more I looked at it and I thought to myself, I thought, oh, why don't we just cut the white? Why don't we just play a true green-red aggressive landfall strategy? Which brought me to this list that we can see here. So I'm still playing the Hellhounds, the Geopedes, and the Sablotenders. Those are all excellent in this list. I am still playing the Adventuring Gears, but I traded the Steppe Lynxes for a little bit more consistency. So I am playing the full 4 Chrysalis. I believe that in Pauper, you can do cute things, but you need to be playing good cards if you want to win. So yeah, like, would this deck be better if we just cut the strategy and changed everything and played Jund? Yeah, probably. But that's not the idea that we are going for here. So I cut the cuteness of playing white in the deck, and I just maxed out on Chrysalis. I added Lightning Bolts and a couple Fire Blasts, as well as a Singleton Flame Jab, which is just a 1-mana deal 1 to any target that has Retrace. I also cut back on the fetch lands a bit, because I don't think you really get to be an aggressive deck and still play a lot of tap lands. Granted, I did add a Bojuka Bog, because we are a 4-crop rotation deck. I kept the Sajiri Steppe. If you're a Legacy player, you're going to be familiar with the interaction between crop rotation and Sajiri Steppe to transform your crop rotation into a protection spell. And I also added 3 Apostles' Blessing. And I chose Apostles' Blessing here, my other options being Vines of Astwood or the +1/+1 counter plus hexproof that people play. God, you know the card I'm talking about. So those were my 3 options. I landed on Apostles' Blessing because I believe that the fact that this is a protection spell, in addition to being an evasion spell to give your creatures protection and then being able to get in, is very important here. We are also a base red deck. There's not a lot of green floating around here. So this also led me to go away from a green combat trick into just a colorless one. And then it's still like a white card, and it, alongside the Sajiri Steppe, probably make up for the fact that we are no longer Naya. And when I asked Mateus about this, he said, like, no, I'm not looking for a true Naya deck. I am looking for a aggressive landfall strategy. And the deck would probably be better if we just cut the white, which I 100% agreed. So we're going to try this out. Sideboard is mostly a catch-all of good cards, so Red Blasts, Cast into the Fire, and Weather the Storms. And then I am playing a few Mind Collapses, mostly for Terror, because Terror is a very annoying card to deal with. So having an additional answer to that is free. Plus, you can also hit Chrysalis depending on the situation. So I think that's valuable. Let's see how we do. I am hoping, I haven't played this deck in a really long time, with or against it. But I am hoping we get to at least put up a few wins on the board. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the rest of the toolbox package is 1 Escape Tunnel, which is just a fetch land that sometimes gives your creatures unblockable. 1 Gruul Turf to reset any lands or find an additional land drop. County Garden, everybody knows it's good. And a Singleton Dwarven Mine. I don't know. I really want this card to be playable in Pauper, but I never find any deck where you can actually play it. So I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if we're going to make any dwarves today, but I'll try my best. And with that out of the way, let's get into the matchups. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I have been trying my hardest to make these videos entertaining and actually increase their frequency for you guys. So if you're having fun, if you enjoyed the channel, please just consider clicking that button so you help out a fellow bad deck builder player guy. Thank you. Let's battle. All right, welcome to round number 1. We are on the play against LucaFoltranArte. Let me just fix my camera real quick. All right, so this hand is a mulligan. Unfortunately, we only have 1 land. This is a hand that has 2. We have a Hellhound. We have a couple protection spells. I'm gonna keep it in the hopes that we draw something better. Like, we have a lot of fetch lands in the deck, but if we don't draw something better, this could come to bite us. But we are making it very clear early on that we are an aggressive deck by playing like Mountain into Hellhound. And seems like we're against some flavor of Tron. Would love to draw land here. That is very good. So I guess, do I feel like I need to hold up protection? Probably not. So I'm just going to play an Adventuring Gear. Mountain, Hellhound's going to trigger. And unfortunately, I cannot equip yet, but starting next turn, we can. So opponent's going to take 2, which is pretty good. And now any land that we draw is going to be a big impact in the game. Okay, and we are playing against Flickertron. Fetch land. Not a fetch land, but that is also pretty decent. So we are going to Bojuka Bog our opponent, even though that doesn't make any difference. Hit for 4. And now, unfortunately, we really need to draw a land. So if we draw a fetch land, I think we might be able to kill our opponent. Opponent prohibits, that's fine. That's not too bad, I think. But the Apostle's Blessing is not likely going to do what we need here unless opponent has like some weird bounce spell or something. Land. That is horrible news for us. Yep. Yeah, missing the land drop here. Clearly terrible. And I think we might just be dead now. Maybe I did need more fetch lands than I'm playing. Prism is fine. I'm not going to concede just yet. But the fact that our opponent has Tron online and their colors, and we are kind of missing, is not boding very well for us. Adventuring Gear is still pretty bad. Yeah, like, knowing what we are playing against, our hand was not good, because we have a removal spell that barely does anything, and a protection spell that I think actively doesn't do anything. But who knows? Maybe we can get lucky still. We also don't even have our colors, which is pretty bad. Teachings for Fog, probably. If it is a Fog, I am just gonna go to the next one. Oh, Breath Weapon's actually fine. That gives me something to do with my mana. Not with my mana, with my Apostle's Blessing. Sure. Opponent impulses, and they are likely going to... I mean, I don't know. Because they have mana to do things, right? They just don't have all the colors. Cryogen Relic. Ghostly Flicker. Okay. So opponent's going to draw 1,000,000 cards, but they are still stuck on 1 color mana now. Yep. Okay, come on. Come on. Are you gonna Breath Weapon right away? Oh, refract. But that's still fine. So you're gonna Breath Weapon right now? Oh no, they got to hold it. Okay, give me a fetch land and we get to kill our opponent. Please give me a fetch land. No, that's not good enough. Unfortunately, that's not gonna be good enough. That's only 6 damage. Yeah, opponent's gonna Breath Weapon, we're gonna save our Hound, but it's not gonna be enough damage. Dang, that is very unfortunate. So we're gonna give it pro red. Breath Weapon doesn't do anything. Our Hellhound grows to 6. We get to crash in, but then I believe we are just dead. Now they have Refractor, they have a Teachings in the Graveyard. If we drew a fetch land there, we kill our opponent because that's 12 damage and we have a Bolt in hand. That is very unfortunate. I mean, I'll take another draw, but I imagine we are not gonna get through this. Another Relic. Oh, and they can even tap down my creature, right? That's true. I forgot about that too. Uh-huh. My Cydian Elder. Yeah, okay. They have blockers now, and I'm fine conceding here. So how far away were we? Oh, MTGO's not gonna let me know. That's fine then. Keep your secrets. Relic in. Red Blast in. Cast into the Fire probably comes in too. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to cut here. I think Battle Rage is too wishful thinking in this matchup, especially against Fogs and the like. Flame Jab's not here for this matchup. I can probably cut the Boats. They're not going to be great. Yeah, I can probably cut all of them, I think. Adventuring Gear is pretty good. Relic can be pretty good. Cast into the Fire is also decent, but I don't think I want all of it. Maybe I should play the Battle Rage. Maybe I'll cut like one Apostle's Blessing for another Cast into the Fire. No, I think the Battle Rage is just too Christmas landy. Maybe I shouldn't play Relic, because Relic is very good against... Yeah, I think I'm not going to play Relics on the play, and then I'll try to play them on the draw, and then I will play the Battle Rages. Because we are an aggressive deck. We don't want to dilute ourselves so much that we're not able to make our game plan happen. So this is Hellhound on 1. Adventuring Gear. We have a Fire Blast. I am going to keep, but... I also think the Adventuring Gears are not great in this matchup. Opponent capped on 7, not a very good sign for us. And again, a hand with no fetch lands. Okay, opponent at least didn't start with a blue land. Okay, that is great for us. So, I guess I just play this. Crash for 2. And then I think I'm gonna take the greedy route, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna tap out now. But I played my lands wrong. Yeah, that's rough. I mean... We drew another red mana, which is excellent for us, but yeah. So, Gear, Whip, Mountain, Triple Trigger, hit for 6. Opponent's gonna hit Tron. There's Tron. Let's just hope they have a blue spell, like a Mold Drifter or something. No, Mold Drifter is not gonna cut it. Maybe it's just like a Blue Blast. Is it gonna be a Fog? If it's a Fog, that's very bad for us too. Okay, so that's lethal by itself. Oh, and we just get it. Nice. That's great. Okay. Took game 2. Being on the play, very good there. Very important. Now, I think game 3, the Battle Rages can come out, and I think I'll try to destabilize their mana as much as I can. Was that what, a turn 4 kill? Right? That's pretty decent. So this is the first hand that looks like actually something. I think this is just ultimately too slow. This is still not very good. Okay. So at least this hand is aggressive. So we have to mulligan twice. Maybe we get rid of Sabotender Gear and then we keep into the... Or maybe I just go aggressive. Because this is a hand that goes Hellhound on 1, equip Adventuring Gear on 2, and then we go nuts on turn 3. But we do get got by a lot of things. They mulligan to 4. I think on a mulligan to 4, I'm getting rid of the Adventuring Gear. And I'm keeping the Sabotender. Because I believe a mulligan to 4 indicates that they are likely looking for a Hydroblast early. And the mana to cast it. So I think if they just hit us with a Hydroblast and kill our Hellhound is just too bad. Do you not have a land? Okay. Or did you just skip your first turn? Okay. So guess I'll just do this. Take 2, play Sabo Tender, and I believe our opponent, unless they I think they just kept a 4-card hand and prayed to hit lands. Ooh, that's nasty. Yeah. So Adventuring Gear, equip the Sabo Tender, play a fetch land. Yeah, okay. So we win. I mean, I would have liked to play an actual game there, but it's fine. Like, at least we showed off our strategy on game 2. And I think our 5-card hand was actually pretty good here. Like, even if the opponent was playing Magic, we were going to have like double threats with a gear and a red blast for something. I'll take it. We are now 1-0. Let's go to the next one. All right, welcome to round 2. We are against the man Kalikais. We are on the play. We are absolutely going to keep this hand. Let's just hope they are playing some slow, dirtly deck, and then we can run them over. Okay, could be Familiars, could be Poison Storm, could be a whole bunch of stuff. So, do I go Hellhound? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go... I mean, let's actually try to do this correctly, right? So, Sajiri's Step is just gonna be a tapped land for the turn. Take 2, play a Hellhound, pass the turn. Cycles Lorien. Is it Familiars? It is Familiars. Okay. So we are gonna go crazy aggro here. Sabo Tender, Landscape, all the triggers. Crack Landscape, get a green, all the triggers. Take 8. And yeah, if they don't have anything, this is a turn 4 Goldfish. Faithful, and I think they are dead. Yep, yeah, we're just gonna Goldfish them on 4. So, I even get to do this? Nice. Adventuring Gear. They're probably reading. Oh, they foil. Okay. All right. So what did they discard? Island. Okay, so they're on the Modern Age build. Okay. So play Twisted Landscape. Triggers. Yeah, just gonna crack it right away. Mountain. And they concede. Yep, that was a turn 4 Goldfish. And we had more to do there. So Red Blasts come in. Do I want the Apostle's Blessing is the question. I don't think I'm going to play Tilling Treefolk. I don't think this is a matchup about that. Not a matchup about Flame Jab either, probably. Lightning Bolt actually important here. Mind Collapse can be good. Relic of Progenitus can be good. I think I'll bring in some level of disruption. Yeah, I think I'll bring in a little bit of disruption now in the form of the relics. So Fire Blast probably pretty good if we're trying to steal a game. Bolt good at killing the familiars. Apostle's Blessing very important against Snap. I think I'll cut back. Honestly, I don't even know if I like the Chrysalises, right? But at that point, I might be too light on threats. So maybe I don't want to cut them. I am on 15 lands though. That is a big problem here. Yeah, maybe I won't cut the Chrysalises. So maybe cut like 1 Lightning Bolt. And I think I'll cut out the Battle Rages on the draw. Yeah, let's try it like that. Yep, that's pretty good. It's a Hellhound with protection. Let's see if we get Blue Blasted on 1. If we do get Blue Blasted on 1, it's just gonna suck a lot. Maybe that was a reason to not do this. Yeah, I think maybe... Oh no, but that wouldn't have made any difference. I don't have a Red Blast. Yeah. So I really need to draw a threat here. That turn 1 Blue Blast. Okay, we drew another threat. That is actually amazing for us. So I guess I just play the GOP and hope they don't have another one. Okay. That's all fine. So what do I want to do? I think I want to hold up Apostle's Blessing. So Adventuring Gear. That just resolved. Okay. Equip. Play Twisted Landscape. And then I don't imagine they're going to block. Just to jump 5 damage. Yeah. So I'm fine doing this. And then next turn we can go really crazy if they don't have anything. Snap. Yep. Guess I'm trying to save it then. Do you have a thing? You do have a thing. You have another snap. Okay. I mean, resolves. Sure. There's another cryo and a passing of the turn. Okay. So, am I gonna get got here? Do you have the blast now? Doesn't seem like it. I am going to equip, and I'm just gonna Bojuka Bog them immediately. Okay, another Faithful is pretty annoying. Is this evoked? Alright, so just to get some draws. Preordain. Okay, okay, we are still in the game. How much damage is this? Seems like it's a lot, right? I mean, let's figure it out. I'll just make my land drop. Attack. They are jumping. Okay, fine by me. Oh, I can actually cycle this from the Bojuka Bog. That's cute. Okay. I still have the Sajiri Step in the deck, so this crop rotation is a protection spell currently. Do I want to fight over this? I kind of don't feel like I do, right? Because they can... God, that's very annoying, huh? They have 4 cards in hand. Because this is going to happen regardless. The question is, do I try to stop it when... Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I try to interact here or not. I guess I'll let this one happen, and then if I don't draw anything, I try to do something next turn. I try to use the crop rotation as protection next turn. There is something to be said also for trying to get another creature at end of turn. I'm gonna say that resolves, and then we'll see what happens. God, that's relic number 3. Okay. Yeah, I think this one slipped out from under us. So, do I try to get like a County Guard in here to go the beatdown route? Kind of feel like I do, right? So, add a black, crop rotation, Bojuka Bog. That just worked. So, grab the County Garden. Okay. Pass the Adventuring Gear over. I'll actually use the green here, right? Play another gear. Equip. Land drop for the turn. Attack for 4. Blocks. Okay. Okay. So now we do have 2. I don't think I'm going to do anything here. Sunscape. Okay. That might not be true. I might have to Fire Blast that thing. If they just like tap out to tap my things, I'm okay with that. Okay, so they're tapping down the plant. And then I imagine you're also tapping down the Geopede. Okay. There's a 4th relic. By God, help me. Okay, that's not great. I'm just gonna hold that in hand. Yep. I mean, I do have a ton of damage. The thing is, am I gonna be able to do anything with it? Hydroblast, sure. Yep, and then you get to tap down my other thing again. Ew, the Archaeomancer's pretty bad. What are you getting back? Is it just gonna be the Hydro? Yes. Okay. Cycles Lorien. Yeah, I think I'm done here. They get to pop the relic. You're not? Okay. Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna make any difference because I don't have any way to... Always yield, yes. I don't have any way to push through, so I think I'll attack and they would likely just jump. Oh, they can even take it, right? Because they have a Hydro, so they know they're not gonna die to a thing. Yeah, okay, I'll just do this, and I'll see what they're trying to do. Okay, there was no Ephemerate yet. I'll take one. So I imagine there's an Ephemerate or a Flicker right now. Yeah, there's the Flicker, and I think we are done, because I know they have Blue Blast in hand. Okay. So, let's try to get it in game number 3. Any changes on the play? Absolutely. I think I'm going the Battle Rage route, and I'm not going to care about Relic. I'm just going to go full aggro, I think. Yeah. Could cut a Chrysalis for a Bolt, but I don't know if that's good enough. Yeah, this is great. So, land, Hellhound. Is there a Blue Blast turn 1? There is not. All right. Geopede. Yeah. I'm not going to hold protection then. I'm just going to cast this. They bottom. Ooh. So how much damage is this? Okay, they discard a Mortuary Mire. So let's do some math. That's 8 damage from the Sheltering Landscape. I'm just dead, I guess. Not necessarily, but it is pretty close. So I'm going to go Sabo Tender, play the Landscape, and they concede. Wow. Okay, we are now 2-0. That was great. Winning game 1 is very clutch against these against these control-y decks. Being an aggressive deck and winning game number 1, super important, because you get to be on the play again. And welcome back to round number 3. We are now on the draw, unfortunately, against Daikal 21. I don't think I get to keep this, even though I would love to. It's a 1-land hand. Okay, this is much better, and I am just gonna get rid of the Flame Jab, I think. Watch it be like fairies or elves. Neither. So we bottomed the correct card. Okay, that's good. So let's go Hellhound. Hellhound on 1 is so important in this deck. It's insane. Is this Affinity? Is this Jund? Doesn't have a second land drop. Dot deck. Okay. So play this. You're gonna take 2. Guess I'll GOP'd. This is not great if I get Krarked, but did opponent truly keep a 1-land hand? That seems extremely greedy. Adventuring Gear, equip, play Landscape, million triggers, go on the stack. Opponent didn't do anything, so I imagine they're just taking it. Yeah, I'm gonna crack this right now. I don't even know how much damage this is, but I reckon it's a lot. This is 13 damage on turn 3. Okay. Yeah, opponent died. Okay. So we are getting very lucky with our opponents are getting very unlucky, I should say. I'm gonna just bring in the Cast into the Fires, which I know are going to be good. And I guess I'm gonna cut like the Flame Jab, cut a Chrysalis. I probably get to cut like the Battle Rage. I think I'm gonna stick with that. Cut the Battle Rages on the draw. And maybe that's not true. I guess I'll cut 1 Fire Blast and 1 Battle Rage, and I'll leave the potential to just absolutely demolish opponent. But actually, Lightning Bolt is not. I know I'm going back and forth a lot on this. I think Lightning Bolt is actually not great. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the Fire Blasts and the Battle Rages. Because Lightning Bolt is acceptable against Affinity, but really bad if it's Jund. Okay, so this is our first clunky hand in the sense that we don't have red mana turn 1. Yeah, I think this is just too clunky, right? So I'm gonna mulligan. Much better, much better. So what am I bottoming? Do I try? I think I have to keep the land, in which case I think I just bottom the Battle Rage, and then I probably get to play... Okay, so it is Jund. All right. And they are not opening on an artifact land, which is interesting. Hellhound again, but cast down right away. Sure. Okay, that's going to be useful in a bit. Actually, I don't know if I should have done that or if I should have hit their Vault of Whispers. I guess I want to have a clock in play first, right? Blood Fountain. Is this a refurb? There they are. What am I getting rid of? Sajiri Step in hand doesn't seem great. Do you also have a... Yikes. That's actually pretty good. So play the Dwarven Mine. See if opponent wants to respond. They do not. So attack. Opponent takes it. And I am just going to cast into the fire both of their creatures right now, because we get both of them out of the battlefield. If opponent wants to kill my GOP, they need to sacrifice like the Blood Fountain, the Blood Token, and the Refurb, which I guess they could do. It's not the end of the world for them. But then they lose the Blood Fountain. Okay, that just happened. All right. No green mana. Give me a land drop. Okay, that's excellent. GOP'd getting in. Opponent takes another 3. Play our boy. Gonna pop the Blood Fountain. Sure. Yeah, that's not great, because now they can refurb and snag my last card. That's green mana in a bit. I'm trying to decide if I want to cast this beforehand or not, but I don't think I do. I think I don't want to give him another draw. Gixian. Sure. And the Krark, and the Krark. Okay. Wouldn't mind... Oh, they're going for it now? Oh, okay. They're just cracking the landscape. Sure. Wouldn't mind a land drop here. Okay. So play the land. GOP triggers. Are you doing something now? They are. So I guess I'm sacrificing my dudes too. Yeah. But now I get to attack. They get to trade with the Gixian Infiltrator. And now... Oh, they just took it? Okay. Do they have their own? Yeah, I think I'm done. I mean, I'm not done, because I can draw, like, running up burn spells. But this is a very fast clock that they have on me now. So this is a 2-turn clock. This is 8 damage now, lethal next turn. Oh, they're not attacking with the Gixian. Okay. Sure, but I really just want to move on to the next game, because I don't think I'm coming back from this. Icor. Is there a draw spell to pair? There sure seems to be. Another refurb. Sure. That's a big Gixian Infiltrator. 10-9. Sure, I'll take 10 damage. Fire Blast. I don't even know what it is that I'm trying to draw here. Another Icor. Well, my Sabo Tender is definitely going under the bus. They are going deep. Just the Gixian, huh? So I could kill it, but it would take literally all of my board along with it. I don't really think that's a winning play, so I think I'm just gonna chump here. Maybe I should have chumped with the Chrysalis. That could have given me some sort of path. Yeah, okay, we are dead now. All right. So moving on now that we know for sure that it's Jund and that they are playing the Gixian thing. So is there anything that I want to do different? I think I want to go faster, so Lightning Bolt comes back in. I think I'm not winning with Chrysalis. I think I'm just winning by being quick. Could bring the Flame Jab back in. Don't really know if I should. I guess I'll cut down on the Chrysalises a lot. Do I just try to go under them by any means? I think I'll keep it like this. So this is Hellhound on 1, Bog on 2. This only has 2 lands. This hand is excellent other than the fact that it only has two lands and one of them is a tap land. I don't think this is a realistic keep. Okay, this is better. So I'm keeping this. I'm getting rid of the Bolt. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the Hellhound, and I think the Hellhound's probably my best. Not probably, definitely my best card on turn 1. But I guess at least Adventuring Gear does something. Wouldn't mind drawing a Cast into the Fire, not currently. So, yeah, always yield. So I guess I'm just playing the Geopede because it's the most aggressive. Could have played the Sabo Tender. Is this a removal? It's a Wildfire, okay. So opponent gonna get hit by a bunch here. Now my question becomes, do I play Sabo Tender and miss out on the Adventuring Gear, or do I just go for it? And honestly, I think I just go for it, right? So, equip. Wait, how much damage is this? So, I have 3 landfall triggers. That's 12. That's 13? Dang. That's a lot of damage, huh? I still think I'll just go Bog. Like, I think I'll take it a little easier right now. But I am gonna crack this, too, for the green mana in case I need it next turn. So, opponent is gonna take 9. They could die next turn. Is this a Chrysalis? Ooh, okay. So I don't believe this is lethal, right? So Escape Tunnel lets me get through, but then it's only a hit for 5. In which case, I believe I go... Do I just play another Geopede, or do I go Sabo Tender? I think I just go Sabo Tender now, right? Play the Escape Tunnel. Opponent's gonna take 1. Geopede's a 5/5. Opponent's just gonna chump on an Eldrazi spawn. Sure. This is very tense. Sacrificing a spawn for another Chrysalis? Please no. Breath Weapon. It's a little annoying, but sure. So I guess I'll pop this, grab another red. Opponent's gonna take 1. My Geopede's gonna survive, but I do waste a lot of resources doing that. And I don't have any more lands. Is this going to be paired with a Bolt? Cast down, just a Gixian Infiltrator. Sure. Give me a land. Land. That is quite likely one of the worst draws I could have had. So, I mean, that's not necessarily true. So I guess I'll just flood the board and hope for next turn. But at this point, I think I might be dying. Because another Breath Weapon gets me, a Krark gets me. I imagine this is a bargain of some sort to try and hit the Krark. And I really need... Did you... they found it? No! Yep, we are dead. I mean, you just pop it now, right? You're not gonna hold it, are you? Yeah, okay. We are done here. Because this is 9 damage. Apostle's Blessing. I mean, I'm not technically dead, but... we are pretty dead. Yeah, Krark Clan confirmed good card. I guess if opponent has absolutely nothing in hand, and they attack, there is a chance we kill them, but I'm not very hopeful. Yeah, okay. That's it then. We tried. Unfortunately, Jund too strong. And if I had to guess, I would say Jund is a bad matchup for us, because it's just spot removal, board wipes, and Chrysalises, so that was unfortunate. I think that was a game that if we started with a Hellhound on 1, it was very possible we kill our opponent before they get to stabilize. But unfortunately, we only had a 2-drop, and our opponent had like the Wildfire on 2 into the Chrysalis on 3, and that kind of snowballed the game in their favor. It happens. Let's go to round number 4. All right, welcome back to round number 4. We are on the play against Jazz Police. I would love to be on the play. Ooh, so this is, yeah, I think this is a keep. Even though it's clunky, yeah, I think this is just a keep. I am just gonna go Twisted Landscape, pretend I am Jund, fetch a red on 1, probably deploy Hellhound Gear. Is this the mirror? The mirror, as if I am actually playing Jund, right? Mountain. Okay, that's not too bad. Do I just play the GOP? Do I diversify my threats? I think I'm just going to go Hellhound into... Yes, you get to trigger forever. I'm just gonna go Hellhound into Adventuring Gear, and I'm gonna set up for a bonkers turn 3. Can you imagine if I draw Battle Rage? I think I might just die on 3 if I draw Battle Rage, right? No, that's not true, because I don't have an untapped land. Yeah, it would have to be an untapped land. Yep, it is Jund, and it is an Ichor Wellspring on 2, so they are fully tapped out. Alright, give me the tools to hurt my opponent. Fetch land. No, but that hurts. So equip the gear, play the mine. Would love for mine to just be a mountain right now, but I made my choices. Oh wait, I just get to find a tap land, right? A fetch land here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hurt my opponent. So crop rotation, sacrifice here, grab, sure, landscape. I could Gruul turf. So as of right now, opponent's taking 8. They take 12 if I find a thing. If I find a... Yeah. Do I just want to deal 12 damage to my opponent, or do I want to try and take it slow? I think I'm going to trust the deck, and I'm going to just go crazy with it. Yeah. Take 12. Opponent down to 8. Now, I do need a little bit of help now, because I don't have anything else to do in hand. And GOP can be good, but I do need an extra land. They have the cast down, not great. Landscape, sure. And a passing of the turn. Escape Tunnel can be pretty good. Guess I'll just play the GOP and equip. And I actually think I'm just gonna pass. I'm not gonna play the Escape Tunnel now. And I'm going to try and get my opponent next turn. Because if they just untap and play a Chrysalis, we are good. We get to do the Escape Tunnel trick and kill them with a Lightning Bolt. Play a Chrysalis. Play a Chrysalis. Refurb's annoying, but it's fine. I'll get rid of my own Chrysalis. I don't like open mana. Open mana is very scary. That doesn't matter. Yeah, that sucks. Because now I'm gonna do the Escape Tunnel thing. So if I go for it and they have cast down, it sucks a lot. If they don't have cast down, I kill them. I think I'm just gonna go for it. So put the triggers on the stack. Trigger on the stack. I'm gonna pop this so my creature is unblockable. Resolves. Take 5. Ooh, okay. And I just wait. See if they do anything end step. Cast a draw spell. Great. Thank you, sir. You're dead. Okay. Whew, we took game number 1. That's very important. Let's try to do that again. So cast into the fire comes in. I think the Chrysalises are not gonna stay in this kind of matchups. I think they're just too bad. I think I'm just trying to go fast. Playing like a 4-drop against the deck that wants to play a long game doesn't seem great. I am just gonna go all in. Try to goldfish our opponent as fast as possible. Which, as we saw, we can do, absolutely. And that was a great showing of Escape Tunnel. Our trick package working pretty well. I'm happy so far. What turn was that? 5? Turn 5. Okay, turn 5 on the play, we goldfished our opponent. And they had a cast down. Okay, this hand is absolutely a keep. Don't love having Sajiri in hand, but might come in handy if you want to punch through. Blood Fountain on 1. So we could be looking at a refurb on 2. No tap land turn 1 is interesting too. No tap lands at all, actually. Okay, Gixian. That's interesting. What do I want to make of this? So, play my land. I'll just get in for 2. And I think I'm playing the GOP'd to try and set up for more damage next turn. Of course, it really sucks if they have a Krark. Krark land would absolutely blow me out of the water here. Because they get to go Krark, crack the Blood Fountain or the Blood Token, wipe my board. And don't care about refurb too much, I don't think. What am I getting rid of? Probably the Fire Blast, right? Yeah. I think keeping the Fire Blast might be a little greedy here. Do you also have the Krark? Please no. Ah, Lord. Yep. That's my worst nightmare. Okay, I'm ready to go to the next one. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So that's quite a turn 3. Good God. That's exactly the kind of thing I don't want to see. Like, turn 2, a dude, turn 3, discard a card, have a thing, my dude grows, wipe your board. Oh, wait, you guys just lost me? Okay, so for some reason my camera just died. I think it was not charging properly while I was recording, meaning that for the rest of this round, I'm just gonna have to go without a camera, and moving on towards the last one, I'll wait a little bit for the camera to recharge. We don't have any threats. This is not a keep. Yay. I mean, technically we have a threat. I don't think I get to keep this either. Yeah, well, this is not how I wanted the game to end, but opponent's keeping 6. I guess this is a keep, but it's a very unhappy one. I am gonna bottom this, probably bottom the Tree Folk. This is some value, but I don't even have like a second land to crack. I think I'll just accept that I'm gonna be dead to removal spells. That is unfortunate. Duress. All right, so they get to see how horrible my hand is, and they also get to see that I only have 1 threat. That's really not what I want to see right now. Yeah, I needed to draw like an Akun, Hellhound, fast goldfish hand, and I don't believe that's happening. Lambus, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing, right? Take your damage. I get another dude in case it matters. Punch in for 2. But this is a very slow draw. Slagwood's Bridge into nothing, huh? Guess I'll play my land. Guess I'll try to exile your land and try to get you like that. But from the way they're holding their mana up, I would imagine they have some sort of bargain. No? Okay. Yeah. So it's still very bad, and they have more lands. Do we have more threats? I guess we do. It's not a good one, but we have one. Kind of interesting that they waited to take that damage and didn't just kill the Sabotender immediately. I guess by having the Lambas, they know that they are not in too much trouble. Ooh, another cast down. Okay. So eventually we are gonna bottom out and draw the rest of our lands. Chrysalis is of course horrendous. If I draw a land, I'm scooping. I guess I'll keep going, but that is also very bad. Gixian Infiltrator, yeah, I might just have to kill that. Another bolt? Okay, so that is 10 damage. They didn't do anything. Interesting. So if I want to kill this thing, I gotta do it now. Let's be realistic here, what are my actual chances of winning this game? Like infinitely small? I think I'm just letting it happen, and I'm gonna pray my opponent makes like some huge mistake, and that maybe allows me to get them somehow. I guess I take this. I don't think there's any point in trying to do something else. Okay. Play. Pass. So my line here is like bolt, fire blast. Opponent is still at 4, and then what do I do? Okay, I guess I'll bite now, and I'll kill this. It does buy me a little bit more time. In which case I shouldn't, if I knew I was gonna cast the lightning bolt, I shouldn't have played the landscape out. Opponent doesn't have a land drop. Guess I'll take another hit. Oh, they do. Sure, Bajuka Bog doesn't matter in this matchup. Yeah, well, that does something, right? Play the gear, equip the gear, crack this, attack for 2, take it. Opponent down to 12. Oh, Lord. Whoa, like, not even drawing a fetch land here does anything. Because even if my opponent didn't attack, which they for sure should, yeah. And if they have a Galvanic in hand, I'm dead. That's just how it goes. Another Gixian. Yep. I guess I shoot it down. Adventuring Gear doesn't do anything. I mean, I'll play it, but it doesn't change anything. And now I do think I'm just deterministically dead. Because if opponent just attacks... Oh, yeah. They just have a removal, so yep. Yeah, that was rough. Jund is a very difficult matchup for us. I'll come back here in a little bit after my camera has recharged for the final round. See you soon. All right, welcome back to round number 5. My camera seems to be working again. We are on the play against sickynar, and we love being on the play with this deck. Let's hope we have a decent 1-mana hand with, well, I was gonna say a decent 1-mana hand with a Hellhound, but I believe that considering we are on the play and we have double threats, I think this is fine. We have protection, we have an Apostle's Blessing, opponent has nothing apparently. Maybe they were just gonna bolt us immediately. Yeah, that does feel like they were about to bolt us, but they might be holding back. In which case, I guess I'll play the Sabo Tender first. That's not great. Yep. So they Galv Blast us, rally at the Hornburg. Okay, take 2. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we are the aggressors here. Sajiri Step, eh? Yeah, that's not great, but I'll play it so I can Chrysalis next turn. Let's hope they wasted their burn spell already. Will there be more? Clockwork? Into Bushwhacker? Into Bushwhacker. Okay. So that's pretty strong. That's 6 damage coming in. I will just block the Bushwhacker. And yeah, I'll play Mountain. Get in. I do think I need to start attacking here. And just play a Chrysalis. Chrysalis is actually pretty decent in this situation right now. Actually, I should have killed the Soldier because it's a different color. Is this coming at face? Okay. I do not have the mana to pay. Burning Tree. All right. Into another Burning Tree. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Are you still attacking or holding back? Holding back. Okay. I'm not going to complain. That's good for us. I actually do have the white mana here to pay for the Apostle's Blessing, which does matter quite a bit. So I'll just do this. And I believe I am attacking. I need to try and get the game over with. Yep. Tomb Raider is not very good for us. Okay. What am I trying to get here? Maybe like a blocker, depending on how bad this goes for us. Epicure. So we are at 8. An all-out attack deals me 2, and we get to kill something. They are still not getting in. Okay. Well, I guess my GOP is going to continue to attack. Okay, they're taking it now. Okay. So an attack is dealing me 5 damage currently. Crack the Synth. Another Burning Tree. And there she is. Okay. Are you punching in now? Still nothing. Okay. So this is, I believe, 10 damage. Not enough. But I do think I'm still going to just do this and attack. And we'll see how it goes. Chrysalis is a messed up card. Yeah, opponent just takes it. Okay. I needed to draw some gas here too. Like, the bolt is decent, but it's pretty unexciting. Hey, okay, that's an evasive beater. I mean, not that it matters too much, I don't think. So is everyone coming in now? Seems like it. And they do the thing with the Ginger Brute. Okay, so I'm blocking here, meaning there is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is exactly 8 damage coming through. So I get to bolt something, and then on the crackback, I only deal 8, meaning I still need to draw something, right? Yeah, okay. So bolt the Samurai, go to blocks, block here, 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 and that is 5, 7 damage. Sacrifice my spawns, and I need to draw like a land, or does that... I think that exactly does it, right? So exile your graveyard, get in, yeah, get in for 7, crop, sack the Bajuka Bog, grab a Twisted Landscape, sacrifice the landscape, grab a mountain, and I believe that's exactly 11 damage. Okay. Ugh, that was tense, but we got there. Got game number 1 against Rally Red. So, Cast into the Fire is absolutely coming in. Weather the Storm's absolutely coming in. I don't want Fire Blast. Flame Jab can be good. Tilling Treefolk can be good. I think Timur Battle Rage is not here for this matchup, and I think I have to cut some of the adventuring gears. Probably like cut a couple of those, and maybe like 1 Sabo Tender. and try to play it like that. Try to be a little like grindier, especially on the draw, and then maybe on the play I can reconsider if I want to do that. Now that I think about it, maybe on the Jund matchups I should have cut the adventuring gears, but at the same time they are just so explosive when they work. Maybe I should have brought in Mind Collapse to try and get through Chrysalis. I don't know. I don't think it's the Chrysalis that kills me, right, in those matchups. It's just like removal spell plus Krark-Clan Shaman. This hand is extremely clunky. Yeah, I don't think I'm keeping this without a color land. I think this is still not amazing, but I think I keep it and I bin the adventuring gear, and then I just keep my land drops with me. I have 5 land drops currently, only 1 creature, but at least it blocks a Tomb Raider. And unfortunately, I do have to go Dwarven Mine. Okay, there's an Epicure. I will still just play the Dwarven Mine. There's the Tomb Raider. All right. Is this a 1-land hand? Seems like it, yeah. Okay, so I think I just play a Sabo Tender here with the intention of blocking the Tomb Raider. I mean, I imagine it's gonna get bolted, but still. Ginger Brute. That's very good for me because I get to trade here and then I get to kill both of their 1-drops and still play my bounce land. So cast into the fire, 1/1, play Gruul Turf. Unfortunately, I just think I'm bouncing the mountain here. I don't think Dwarven Mine's gonna get its time to shine. Okay, more dudes coming and more dudes coming. Apostle's Blessing. Yeah, I think I'm just playing the mountain they know about. Play the Chrysalis and then try to lock the ground. Flame Slash. I think I actually... do I want to see if I get them? Would be very cool if we got them. Yeah, I'm just going to sacrifice both. Resolves. Oh, they are going to... Wait, is it just to try and push damage? Or do you actually have another burn spell? In which case I should absolutely have responded, right? Yeah. Well, I guess I just won't block then. Do you also have the removal for the Chrysalis? Flame Slash is an interesting one. Yeah, and they have a Galv Blast. That's rough. I mean, it's not the end of the world because we got a ton of cards out of their hand, but the problem is that I'm just straight up not drawing anything. So yeah, I guess I'll play this past the turn. That's rough. Yeah, I think considering my hand, I should have just cast the Apostle's Blessing. Yep, now I'm taking 4, and we are dead. Just flooded. Okay, yeah. That was my mistake too. Like, I should have tried to save the Chrysalis because I knew that if I didn't, it would just... Like, I knew that if I lost the Chrysalis, my situation would just deteriorate very fast. But, I don't know. I think I just got too enamored by the possibility of getting my opponent. Do I actually want to change anything? Well, I guess I don't. But I think my configuration was fine. Another instance in which my Dwarven Mine is just straight up worse than a basic mountain. This hand is excellent if I have a basic mountain. So I guess I'll play the Twisted Landscape and play the Plated Geopede. I imagine it's gonna get killed, but at least if it doesn't, it just blocks the Epicure. Raleigh. Okay, that's fine by me. First strike, baby. Land. Not a land, but not bad either. So, are we doing this to control their board? Are we doing this to take out their land? Maybe I just attack for 3, play a Hellhound. Not having the 3rd mana really sucks here. It's very bad. But at least my hand is stocked, and I do need to find green mana soon. So I guess I'll just do this right now. Get in for some damage, and hope to God they don't hit me with a End the Festivities, because that would be... straight up not a good time. Hellhound, of course, doesn't block. Another Raleigh, huh? I guess I'm taking 4. They don't have another land drop. Neither do we, for that matter. So, what is it that I'm trying to do here, huh? Say I cast the Hellhound, I crop rotation, get the bounce land, replay my land. I can't really do everything. I can, like, crop rotation, just get another land, cast into the fire to hit a couple things. The fact that this is not an untapped land is killing me right now. Yeah, I guess I just do that, but then I open myself up to getting domed for 10 damage. Yeah, I guess I'm in the market for that, actually. Is there a world where I actually sacrifice the Dwarven Mine? No, I don't think so. So sacrifice this, get the Gruul Turf, infinite triggers on the stack. Turf bounces the mine, mine gets replayed, opponent takes 9 damage, down to 8. And then I am trying to do something next turn. Okay, land is probably the worst thing that could happen to me, because now opponent can go Bushwhacker Bolt. That's exactly 10, but I do have a blocker. There's the Bushwhacker. If they swing out, I do have to block, unfortunately, which they do. So I guess I'll block. I am dead to like Bolt plus Bolt plus Fire Blast. Okay. Chrysalis does not help me. So let's try to think about what is actually going to happen here. I imagine they have a single removal spell, in which case, God, I really needed to draw something else here. I get to Tilling Treefolk to get a couple lands back, but then the bolt that they have kills my Geopede, and then I only hit for 4, and I get hit for 4 again on the crackback down to 1. Not ideal. I do not have a 1 mana play that I can make, so maybe I am better off just casting this, but then at least I'll know that I can't attack, right? I'll target my 2 lands, and they need to respond now. Yes, okay. Play, okay. Oh, not true, right? Because, I mean, if it is a bolt, they can still do it. So, what am I trying to do here, huh? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get got, unfortunately. I think we stumbled a little bit too hard. Because if at least I had drawn a land, I could have gone like Sabotender, land, Weather the Storm, gain 6, and I would probably get out of range. But the fact that we missed on a land drop there forced me to play the Treefolk. Yep. This is rough. Because I can only attack for 5, so I need to crack it. And then I'm dead to literally anything else. Like another Bushwhacker, another Bolt, another anything. So do I just hope they don't have it? I don't think there's any way around this. Is there a situation in which I don't attack with anything? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm just going to attack and I'll accept my fate. In the off chance that they don't have it, maybe I am fine, but I don't think so. Yeah, we're gonna die with a lot of very good cards in hand in this matchup, unfortunately. But missing the land drop last turn, I believe, is what killed us. So, attack, no blocks, sacrifice this, bolt on the Geopede. Yep. So opponent's gonna take 4, and we are going to die. That's sad. Literally any card in their deck is lethal, that's fine. So let's go to our final thoughts then. All right, so what did I think about the deck? I started off very warm towards this idea, as you saw from the first 2 matches that we played, and those were like real decks. Like Tron and Familiars are true decks that see play, make results. They are proper decks that are part of the metagame. Then, unfortunately, we got paired up against what I believe is going to be the worst matchup of the deck in the form of Jund, and I think that's just a really bad matchup. Unless you get a draw that is extremely good, where you have the creature and the interaction to get rid of their lands and like knock them off balance a little bit, I don't think that's going to be a good enough matchup for us. And then finally we played against Raleigh Red, and honestly I think Raleigh Red is the better of the options, because if we are playing against something like Madness Red, I think that matchup is just so horrible for us. Because all of our creatures are 1 toughness, they get got by Lava Dart and all the other burn spells. So I think Raleigh Red is the better of the options. I do think this could have easily been a 3-2. If we draw an extra land on that last turn, I think that we stabilize and we are able to get our opponent. But it didn't happen. From what I originally built, I liked most of the inclusions here. We didn't get to see the Flame Jab in action, but I do think it could have been a decent card. Fire Blast, of course, is always good. Lightning Bolt is always good. We never played Temur Battle Rage, so that could either mean that this is a card that should be cut from the deck, or a card that should just be maxed out so that we see it more often. I think in the current metagame, there is just so much hate floating around for like small creatures that playing Temur Battle Rage is a little dicey. You play this card in things like Kiln Fiend because obviously Kiln Fiend is just very strong. And Kiln Fiend, you get to go like turn 3 kill your opponent if you're on the play and they tap out. It's much harder to do this here because the lands that you want to pump your creatures are going to be tap lands in the form of the fetch lands most of the time. So I don't know. I think there could be something here, but maybe I didn't find the exact configuration, or maybe just I don't know. Honestly, I'll have to digest this one in a little bit. I liked the utility package. I do think I should have cut the Dwarven Mine. It should have just been another basic mountain for our purposes. But I had fun playing the deck. I had fun killing my opponents early and out of nowhere with crop rotation and the like. So if you enjoyed this video, again, leave a comment, leave me a like, let me know if you want to try this or if you ever played a list like this before. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay excellent out there.